Hey there, how are you doing today? It's been a while since I've seen you. Been on a little break. I went down to Gatlinburg, Tennessee, did a little hiking in the Smokies, and went down and saw Tallulah Gorge where they filmed Deliverance. And nobody said, "Hey boy, you sure got a pretty mouth," but it is a very pretty area of the country. The Tallulah River goes down through this gorge and these waterfalls, and you can see why they picked that spot to film that movie. Very cool. Only about 2 hours from Gatlinburg. Anyway, I've been on this quest for the last couple of years to get tube amp sound without the weight of a tube amp and without the cost of a tube amp and without the maintenance of a tube amp. So, about a year ago, I stumbled upon the Dream 65 pedal, which is meant to emulate a 65 Deluxe Reverb amp by Fender, which it does a very good job at doing, by the way. Um, and I tried playing that directly through my PA. You can see I've got a Bose L1 system here. When I do solo gigs, I play it through that, and it gives a good sound. In a band setting, I thought, you know what, I really want to have a 12-inch speaker that it comes out, and then auxiliary sound back into the PA for a little additional sound support. So I've been using this Hartkey bass amp back here, actually, which has a 15-inch aluminum speaker, and it sounds pretty good. It's got plenty of volume, no problem there. Um, but it's heavy as hell. It's like 6,000 pounds. So I got tired of lugging that thing around. I started looking for different options. It also had an XLR out on the back end, which was very cool, and an effects loop, so it worked great with my pedal board. Um, but the weight was just crazy. Oh, the other thing is it had that kickback design, which was cool because you can hear it, aim it up at your head, and hear it without needing a monitor in front of you. So it was very good at three-quarters of the things that I wanted it to do. The weight was the killer. So, um, and it didn't look like a guitar amp either, which I kind of wanted. So I moved to a Carvin 212 about a week ago, 2 weeks ago, something like that. It sounded good, but it was a used amp. It was a solid state. It was a little bit lighter than the Hardkey, but still on the heavy end. And it had it made some noises that I didn't care for. It was, an older amp, and I just thought, you know what? I'm just going to get something new. What do I want to do? I'm either going to break down and buy another tube amp, like a Hot Rod Deluxe or something like that, or maybe a Blues Junior and mic that. I didn't know. But since I had the Dream 65, I wanted to put that to work. And I didn't know much about FR cabinets, meaning full range flat response speakers. So I tried a head rush at this guy that had one. It was okay. Um, I stumbled across this Fender FR12, and I had looked at the Tone Master Deluxe Reverb and Deluxe Twin Reverb Tone Master, and I was shocked at how light they were. But those are $1,200, and I didn't. It was overkill with the Dream 65. I didn't need the tube emulation. I just needed the speaker. Well, when I found out about these, I was like, you know what? That might work perfectly with my Dream 65. So sure enough, I picked it up. Boom, 27, 28 pounds, half the weight of this Hartkey and the Carvin that I was lugging around. So I thought, man, weight-wise, this is perfect. What else does it have? It's got XLR in and out, which is great. So coming out in my Dream 65, I have a quarter inch coming out of that, going into a tube preamp that has a 12AX7 in it, an ART brand mini preamp. And so that has an XLR input, which I run coming out of the Dream into that. And then I run that into my board, or in this case, directly into the Fender FR12, and it really sounds great. A lot of clarity, a lot of detail. I was unaware how much of a difference it made to run quarter-inch into an amp compared to an XLR cable. It really does pick up more detail, and it's balanced sound, it's shielded. So the difference to me was noticeable. So I'm going to do a quick little demo of the Dream 65 and FR12 cabinet here. Okay, so if I just do a little riff here, you can kind of get a feel. So I'm kind of liking the sound of it. It's pretty solid. Okay, so if I have a pre-recorded acoustic track that I did on my looper pedal, and I want you to hear what it sounds like on top of that. So I'm gonna hit play, and then I'm gonna do the Dream 65 electric channel on top of that. Okay, so not bad. Cuts right above that acoustic, no problem. I think in a band setting, it's going to do the same thing. So if I play that same kind of riff with no acoustic underneath it, if you just want to hear the pedal again by itself, it's like this. This is actually the pedal and the amp, the Dream 65 and the Fender FR12. So, how about we add a little bit of delay to that? I think it takes pedals very well. What if we arpeggiate some chords with a chorus effect on there? Try adding a little bit of dirt for a heavier type of song. See how that sounds. All the pedals, I'm really happy with the way they sound. I think in a band setting, it's going to sit above everything, no problem. Especially if I have the auxiliary sound coming out, if I mic it like I have here, and then I run that in stereo coming out my two Bose L1 towers, I think we're going to be, looking pretty good. All right, so what do I like about it? The weight is amazing. Not having to lug a 50-pound amp around anymore is going to be great. I like the sound better than the hardkey amp was doing. I think it's really close to a tube amp. It looks like a tube amp. You can't see it now, but it does have the arms that will allow it to lean back. So I could tilt it up at my head and hear, without having a monitor in front of me, I can hear it, and it feels like a guitar amp, There is tone controls on it, like treble, bass, mid, and I believe there's a cut on there. But I haven't really messed with it at all. These are really, I've got everything at right at noon. Including the volume is right at noon, so it's plenty loud. If I were to, I could boost that up. I could also boost up my Dream 65 to 100%, and the tube preamp I could boost up more, and then I could boost the amp all the way up, and then I could boost the two Bose towers up. Could probably play a football field with it, honestly. It's going to be that loud. So maybe not quite, but close enough. For any regular neighborhood bar or even like a small festival gig, no problem covering the audience. So, so give it a shot. Try out Dream 65 and the Fender FR12. Hope you're doing great. Good luck in your guitar journey, and thanks for hanging out. Make sure to give me a comment. Let me know what you think. Share this and subscribe. So we'll see you next time on Adam's Music. Thank you.